Hey, how's it going, everybody? Gamble the clown here. Yes, yes, we are here, and it is now 2025. Yes, 2025. This is episode number 18 of the Suburban Sideshow podcast, and we are here to talk about some hilarious business ideas and some funny things that happened to me along the way. I reach a lot of clowns here on the social medias on my Facebook page and on Instagram, YouTube, and Rumble as well. So stay tuned because we're going to talk about one of my favorite of all time horrible business ideas, a company called Balloon Distractions. Yes, I know it sounds exciting. Balloon Distractions was featured on Shark Tank, and it was a completely horrendous presentation, and they got laughed off the Shark Tank. I ran into one of the representatives when I got out of the army looking for a job and looking for something that may have been familiar to me that didn't involve working on aircraft or killing people. So I went for on a Craigslist ad for a company called Balloon Distractions, and that is what we're going to talk about today. A company called Balloon Distractions. And rightfully so, this is a horrible company, but I'm going to provide some tips for you if you are a balloon artist, if you are a clown, if you are an entertainer, and to show you what I did to combat this complete stupidity of a business and give you some tips and tricks if you are a clown and how to have a really awesome business, grow your influence, and work on your craft and make sure that you are presenting an awesome clown entertainment experience for your audience. And here we go. Company is called Balloon Distractions, and Ben Alexander is doing his pitch on Shark Tank. So this is how he begins.
Hello, Sharks. I'm Ben Alexander. I'm from sunny Tampa, Florida, and I'm asking you for $250,000 for 30% of my wild company.
All right, so he's asking for $250,000 for 30% of his wild company. Now, before we begin, it's important to point out that there are so many grifters online that come from Florida, and Ben Alexander is one of the goofiest and dumbest grifters that has ever been in business. Because as we will see here, he provides an excellent opportunity for hungry entertainers to come in and kick him out of the planet. So, this is his pitch. He's going to say that he is original. And for those of us that have been doing this for many years, this is complete garbage.
Well, that's why restaurants turn to me and my very unique, very different, very unexpected company that uses creativity to put balloons in restaurants. I am Balloon Distractions.
So, the company is based upon the fact that there are people going to be going out to eat and they need to have all of their kids distracted so they can behave. So, let's put in some balloon artists. Now, I've done restaurant ballooning uh, in the past. I particularly don't like it very much. There are a lot of people who do, who make some money at it. And as we will see shortly after I go through all this, I give you my interaction with a representative from this company when I got out of the army and wanted a regular job.
We are the nation's premier talent agency for balloon artists that we send into national brand restaurants. And then
They are the nation's premier talent agency. Twisting balloons is a talent, yes, but it's anybody can do it. In fact, a lot of times, People will ask me how to make balloons. Little kids, as long as they can follow directions, I twist balloons and they go right along with me. And you can see on my YouTube channels and all of my media, you go back, scroll through the history, I have videos of me doing exactly this. But I do say that anybody can learn how to twist balloons and to make balloon sculptures, but the entertainment and the talent comes in when you are able to make them interesting. So here is his breakdown here shortly. But before he does begin explaining how this works, he does like to preface it by saying that a lot of clowns and entertainers were angry at his completely stupid business model.
And then what happened, I had the clown community criticize me online.
The clown
I'm
community?
not joking.
Those nasty clowns. What were they saying?
Oh, just like your business model, it's terrible. I'm the Sam Walton of balloons.
You don't want to piss off the clown community.
All right, so before we get into his basically his business model, I think it is completely stupid, but I would never tell him that because I like to come in and exploit weaknesses. And what he's doing is he's adding more value to somebody who doesn't have this completely stupid business model. So here is his breakdown of how this works.
What business are you in? You haven't really told us.
Okay, restaurants pay us a fee to have the balloon artist come in and do balloons after distract the guests on a regular basis.
You're a booking agency.
Yes, we are.
Okay, so you book talent, balloon and
artists.
they go out to restaurants.
Yes.
So he's sort of a booking or talent agency, and he sends balloon artists to restaurants to work. So that is the basic structure. But financially, it's very important for us to explain why this is complete nonsense. So here is his description of how the finances work.
The regional partner sells restaurants, trains people, and watches the schedule weekly. So they're really like a regional manager.
And how much do you charge the restaurant?
I charge $40 to $60 a night.
What does the balloon artist charge the kids per balloon?
Can I?
All right. So what we have is a system where he's entering into a contract with a restaurant and the balloon artists are working for tips. So this is completely straightforward, but complete and utter stupid nonsense. So the balloon artist is going to explain how she makes money.
What we do is we have a tip button that says we twist for tips, and what we do as a subtle hint is we stick a $5 bill in there.
All right, so we have a guy who's charging restaurants money uh, to have a balloon artist to come in and work for tips. You can't make any money off of this, and it is completely exploitable, as I'll explain here. But for the purpose of being comical, I want to show them telling him to go away.
But you didn't show me how I can give you $250,000 and get a great return. I'm out.
I would be so scared putting my money in your business. I'm sorry, I'm out.
And here I had so much trouble understanding the business plan and model that I think would be very difficult for me to invest and give you my money.
I understand.
So for that reason, I'm out.
You're not ready for me yet. I'd go crazy. And for those two reasons, I'm out.
Instead of leaving with a heavy heart and a crying clown, you should say, I'm going to take that advice and run with it. But today, I'm out.
Thank you very much, Sharks.
Thank you for the balloon.
Now he is walking off in utter defeat. So we see here that this is a completely stupid business model. Now, I myself had an interaction with a representative from Balloon Distractions. I answered an ad on Craigslist that was looking for balloon artists. Met him at a restaurant. We sat down and he gives me this paper to fill out about my experience or whatever. Now, one of the questions was if there is a server that doesn't want balloons in their area. What do you do? So the correct answer that I put was, I would motion for the kid to come over to where I was to get a balloon if he wanted a balloon. But, the maybe the servers didn't want uh, all of that going around. And to some degree, they think that that would hurt their tips as well. But in the long run, no, because the audience experience is going to be elevated. You're going to have a little bit of a great time. But anyway, so after a few questions like that, and how to handle people, different stuff like that, to see if I had experience or whatever. Then he asked me the question. He says, "Well, what can you make?" So I said, "I can make a dog." And then, after a few minutes, well, maybe not a few minutes, but maybe a minute of us just sitting there in silence, like staring at each other, he said, "Is that it?" So I looked at him and I said, "Well, I mean, I can make a dog funny, but you can't." So, at the end of the day, this is why this company is complete trash, is because, they want people that can make balloons, may be able to work for tips, but ultimately that the restaurant is entered into a contractual obligation to the company, as it were, to have you there. So, during this interview, I asked him, I said, "Where are the restaurants where, you are located?" Because I wanted to sound like I was interested. So he told me a few different restaurants. So what I did was I went to a couple of them, and this is up in Virginia Beach. I happened to be working out of town with a regular job that I just got. So, on the weekends, I was single at the time. So what I did was I brought my balloons and all my clown stuff, and I found one of these restaurants. So I went in and talked to the manager, and I said, "Hey, uh, I can do balloons in here, work for tips, and it will be of no cost to you." So ultimately, I shut them out of one restaurant by doing exactly that, because the manager was thinking, like, why would I pay them to come in and have somebody who is very inexperienced? They may make really great balloon sculptures, but aside from them standing there and making a sculpture, there's very little entertainment value on most cases. Because, like he said, that in that pitch, if you watch the whole thing, he hired a lot of magicians and a lot of people who were claimed to be out of work. And then when everything started picking back up, then they all went away. So he was struggling financially. So this is why he appealed to the sharks on Shark Tank. So as an entertainer, I really want to encourage people, and I do this all the time when I talk to other clowns, when I talk to other entertainment people, when I talk to other artists, is look for weaknesses so that you can grow. Now, a lot of clowns that I see on social media are basically visual or graphic artists. What I mean by that is, they do paintings and drawings and stuff like that, and that's cool. They have a really good look, but there's a lot of clowns just who aren't funny, who don't really have the business sense to get out there and to present a good, as it were, a good entertainment, or being a good representative of being a clown. So if you are interested in being a clown or being an entertainer, look for ways that you can work on your craft, hone your skills wherever you are at. Don't be like these grifters, that try to come up with some stupid business plan and get laughed out. If you are a clown that is interested in comedy, there are open mics in many places. If you don't have an open mic or a comedy club near you, start one. Start an open mic somewhere. Bring in, other talented acts, maybe music, poetry. Comedy is my favorite, but there you have a built-in audience to work on your craft. So look for ways to expand what you are doing, and don't be like these grifters that we see on social media and on TV. that just really have bad business plans and basically suck people in and waste their time and money when they could be making a lot more on their own. So, uh, if you guys uh, have any questions or have any questions about how to be a better clown, I've been doing this for many years, been to clown college. I work on this stuff every weekend, writing jokes, writing new acts, and working on my material that is completely original. I will say that I'm not much of a balloon sculptor, but like I said, I can make dogs or flowers or giraffes completely hilarious, provide an amazing level of high quality entertainment for my audience. And I encourage you, if you are an entertainer, to do the same. I'm Gamble the Clown. This has been the Suburban Sideshow podcast, episode number 15, I believe. So stay tuned for some more awesome content coming up. I'm going to be talking to people that I enjoy, other artists. I'll bring on my pastor to give you the gospel because I love Jesus. And so maybe do an episode talking about Christianity and talk to other various people around here that I find interesting and different churches and charities and different things that I support and really make this something cool to let people get the word out and show you guys some really cool causes and things to support. So until next time, I'm Gamble the Clown. We'll see you later.